So how's it going with the tour? As planned?
Well, yeah, we're not on tour. I mean, we just did like a couple weeks, like we go out for a few weeks here and there, but we're back in New Orleans right now. We're doing our we play like every year around Mardi Gras time, so down here in New Orleans. So we're back home. We're doing the Mardi Gras show tomorrow night. So we're not really on tour, but it's just doing some shows.
Little miniature tour, let's say.
Yeah, just going out. That's what we've been doing for a few years now. We go out for a few weeks, like a week or so here and there, and come back. It's cool like that.
So we got Mike Williams here of Eyehategod and ARSON Anthem.
Yeah.
How's it going with ARSON Anthem?
That's going great, man. We just rehearsed the other night. We're getting ready for South by Southwest. We're doing that thing, doing South by Southwest. We're actually doing it without our normal drummer. We're gonna get another drummer for that show, but we're practicing with him, so it's all going good. It's going good.
That's good. Like, let's say in the wintertime, what do you think of touring? Because of all the snow and stuff when you go up north.
I fucking hate it. I can't stand it, man. We're from the South, man. We're from New Orleans. We don't get snow down here ever. I mean, maybe once every couple of years it might snow a little or something, but no, we can't stand the snow, man. We just went through. We actually had to cancel a show the other night, which sucked because we really hate doing that. We don't want to cancel any shows ever, because we love to play. And we had to cancel a show in Connecticut because if we didn't, the snow would have affected our travel plans on getting home and everything. So the snow really is not for us, man. We're not big fans of the snow.
That's why sometimes it's better touring in the summertime for going up north.
Well, of course, yeah. Well, we just decided to do these, few shows. We thought maybe the worst of it had been over, Earlier this year, I know there was a lot of bad weather. I mean, earlier this winter, there was a lot of bad weather, so we figured maybe it was over, but apparently it wasn't, Apparently it started up all over again, so we kind of got caught in that the other night, and it was... We deal with it though. What we have to do.
Another thing too, Mike, is like your voice and stuff. Like weather, does that damage it sometimes? Bad weather.
Oh, of course, man. Yeah. I mean, I've got a pretty strong voice for all that. It's like it doesn't usually matter, but you can lose your voice, or just having like a sore throat. Is like it's not very much fun. Being on tour. It's just a bad element,
So considering the elements, kind of makes you guys like superhumans, going on stage and doing that performance,
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we do what we got to do. We pull it off. We can pretty much pull it off, but we're like I said, we're Southern boys, man. We're from the South, man. We're not made to be in snow. We're born and bred for the hot, sweaty summers, man. That's what we're all about,
So, Mike, do we see a new recording of Eyehategod anytime soon in the future?
Yes, definitely, man. Definitely. We apologize to everybody because we've been talking about it for so long. We've been trying to get this thing together, It should have been done already, but, there's been so many different factors that came into play, to delay this thing. And we're now we're getting on the ball, though. We're starting to do some songs live, some new songs live, and just trying to get it all, get it all together and get enough songs to get back in the studio and do this thing, And I think our new songs that we have done already, I think they're worthy of the older stuff. I think it's going to be a good record, man. I think people are going to be happy when it finally does happen.
Now, is there songs already lined up for this new album?
Yeah, we've got stuff written, man. We've got,
Okay.
we've probably got about 6 songs written. We've been doing about two of them live, and we don't even have names for them yet, really. We're just people I saw online. People were starting to like make up names and like put names to these songs. We don't even have names yet, but yeah, we're getting it together, man. We're probably, like I said, 6 songs, but we're gonna try to get at least like 9 or 10 ready for the record,
Metal Maniacs, the magazine.
Yes, I did.
Now, let's say internet versus magazines published on paper. How's the trend going on there? Is the paper gonna still be here around in the near future?
I think so. I think it should be because it's like it's kind of like vinyl records, like vinyl's coming back and people like to collect vinyl and stuff. And I think with fanzines, I think, or in that case, like a glossy, supermarket magazine or whatever. I think people like to collect those things. I think that people like to have the physical object in their hands, and I think that it won't go away for good, I mean, right now it seems to be there's the trend that it's not as apparent, in the media, but I think it's going to come back, I mean, if you really look at the underground right now too, there's a lot of fanzines like Xerox stuff and homemade little fanzines and stuff like that. So that could only lead back to, like Metal Maniacs or magazines like that becoming bigger again. I mean, like like Decibel, the magazine Decibel, they seem to have no problem publishing their magazine.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be doing pretty well. So I think it's all going to come back around.
Do you find like internet helping a band like Eyehategod a lot in this millennium?
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course, man, of course. I mean, it's so easy nowadays. It's like, I come from, back in the 80s, man, when I was starting bands and, doing my thing back then. It was like, mailing out I'd go to the post office with a huge box, like full of like tapes and letters, and you do it that way, you go to the post office and mail all this stuff out, and nowadays you can just get online and you can make, do one quote and it's like, sent out to like 5,000 people, it's of course it's definitely helpful. It's cool, man, I think it's really cool.
But also you get all the other bands doing this big supermarket of the internet. It's diluted now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and there's a lot of bands nowadays too that seem to, I guess they don't pay their dues. Like we used to pay our dues. Like everybody would go through this whole thing. You had to. It took a little while to get noticed. Nowadays people, they're like, bam, they've got a website. They've got a MySpace page. They've got a Facebook page, and then it's like, people know their band in like 2 weeks, It's like, It used to take like, a year before anybody even knew your band was, So I guess it's definitely helpful, but I think there is kind of a glut of bands right now. There's kind of a lot of bands that maybe some of them shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
So maybe that's true.
Well, Mike, been a pleasure talking to you finally, and
Yes. Sorry about the cancellations and all that, but it was all the weather and everything, and things happen, But it's good to talk to you, man.
no problem. Well, we'll talk again in the future, and you have a great summer with Eyehategod and ARSON Anthem.
Yeah, thank you, man. We're playing at South by Southwest. Eyehategod and ARSON Anthem are doing 2 separate shows. Eyehategod's playing for Thrasher Magazine's benefit, and ARSON Anthem's doing the housecore benefit thing. So it's going to be cool, man.
Awesome stuff.
That's coming up. So thanks, man.
All right. Well, you have a good evening, okay?
All right, take care, man.